Hello and welcome to World 2 of Super Kirby Star X World. So if you didn't see World 1, there will be a link in the top right corner, but this is an 8 world, 37 level super world. Looks like so far it's made up of all NSMBU style levels. Yeah, it was an easy World 1. It didn't take very long to beat at all, but we are in the desert. We're going to start with chomp, stomp. We got our sun here, got a pyramid right here as well. I can appreciate some of these design elements. So in the World 1 video, I was talking a little bit about how the kids in school don't really interact with each other very much. Sorry, I'm focused on this jump here for a sec. I want to get up there. It's very interesting. The school is heading in a new direction next year, and I wanted to hear from either people that, I mean, this is for everybody. So for those of you that might still be in school, I know I have some younger viewers out there. And I also have some older viewers, that I'm sure have been out of school for a while. For me personally, this is my 18th anniversary of my my high school graduation this year. So 18? Is it really 18? Holy crap. But anyways, so like education is just very different from even when I was a kid. Like it has changed dramatically, I would say. And I'm not even being dramatic about that. Like, I'm not exaggerating at all. And so, anyways, the reason why I'm talking about this is our school division has a new superintendent this year. So, like, the person that runs our school division. And he came from another school division in the city. And he's, like, I guess trying to revolutionize education in our division. I don't know how I feel about it. But anyways, what the plan is, at least this is what's going on in the school where I'm currently working, as well as in another school in our division, or our district, if you prefer. They're going to something... oh god. They're going to basically a more project-based approach, and what I mean by that is basically students, they're going to have free reign over what it is that they learn in school and like what the heck, what they learn and what they work on in class. So like, for example, say you were really into animation. Well, maybe you would get to be paired up with an animator somewhere in the real world. You get some like real world experience in like animating. But then the way that you get your like credits in school is you complete projects based around what interests you. So like based around animation, for example. So like maybe you would do an animation about a social issue, and then that would get you your credit for social studies, and maybe that could also incorporate English into it with like storytelling and stuff like that. Man, this section is really weird. Or like maybe you do an animation about science, I don't know. But anyways, that's just one basic example, but yeah, it's just like, I feel like education is going in a weird direction. And if you asked me in grade 9 what I was interested in, I would maybe say like, hey, I'm really into video games or something like that. What is with this section? I don't understand. It's really weird. But like some of the stories that I hear, they don't feel, I guess, they don't feel authentic in a way. So like, for example, somebody was telling the story, there we go. Somebody was telling the story of this student who This section is so weird. This student who really wanted to be a vet. So, oh my god, the spike top man. So what they did was they set them up into a veterinarian's office, but basically they just used that student as like child labor almost. So like they had them like sweeping all the pet hair off the floors and stuff like that, and it's like, well, that's not an authentic experience for somebody that wants to be a vet. That's more of like a, I guess, like a vet technician kind of job. Well, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I'm not familiar with what vets do in a day-to-day sort of scenario, but it just did not feel very authentic of an experience, or didn't sound very authentic, I should say. And it's just stories like that that make me wonder, like, is it really worth it for them to, like, explore their interests, or is traditional education the way, or, like, maybe, like, some combination of both? I don't know. But, like, I feel like, too, that a lot of the kids these days, they don't necessarily... They don't necessarily know what they want to do with their life, and I don't know how good of an idea it is. Like, we watched videos of schools where they were saying that this program was, like, successful in their school, and the kids were talking about, like, well, you know, I wasn't really successful in a regular school setting, and I would skip class all the time and blah 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 blah. And it's like, okay, so that's all well and good for those kids, but what about the kids that actually want to find success in school? Like, or like, maybe they want to find success academically, maybe they want to be a doctor, maybe they want to be a lawyer. How are these projects going to help them that, when it's not helping them develop skills that they might need for doing those jobs? Like, what are they going to do, projects on, like, lawyering and law and stuff like that? Like, maybe they'll do, like, case studies or something, I don't know, but I don't know. Honestly, I worry about the change in education, and I'm not liking this at all. I'm not liking this part. I just worry about the direction that education is heading in. Man, I hate Twister so much. That whole section just felt kind of weird to me. So which is the good section to go into? I guess I'll go in the upper one, I don't know. Oh, I guess it didn't matter. Fair enough. Well, I'm happy to be out of this level, because that second half I just didn't enjoy. It didn't flow as nicely as a lot of the things in the other levels. Alright, level 2, Frozen Underground Desert. Or Dessert. Frozen dessert. Ice cream. Oh, there was some lore there, but I couldn't read it. We should use them to get in this pipe. Hopefully find a way where Ditting said there should be some hidden big coins. In this pipe? Oh, cool. There we go. That's very strange that this is like the first lore comment, but fair enough. I mean, it wasn't even really lore, to be honest. So where do I go here? In here? Okay, fair enough. Well, I appreciate the creator giving clues as to where they're hiding coins and stuff, I suppose. I'm going to give you another example on this project-based education. So there are already schools that are already dedicated to doing this in the city. And our new superintendent, his son attends one of these schools. And apparently his son really is into, like, science. And I guess maybe wants to be a scientist, or, you know, something to do with science. So he attends this school, and he was set up with working in... This is a very weird setup for trying to get these coins. So they set him up like to like work in a lab with, I guess, a lab technician or something like that. I don't know. I don't know exactly who it is, but to get his like authentic experience, that's what happened. And apparently this lab tech said like, yeah, this kid does not know a darn thing about science. And he would never make it as a scientist. So it's like, he's not experiencing science in an authentic, like, classroom setting. He's, like, interested in science, which is all well and good, but he's not getting that classroom experience to learn about things in science. And they're just throwing him into a lab, and it's like, I feel like it's throwing Frankenstein into a lab and just randomly mixing chemicals together, and one day this guy's gonna blow up the world. Like, I don't know, it's just, it worries me. Level 3, mushrooms for desert. Maybe that one's actually supposed to say dessert, I don't know. But yeah, like, thinking back to my time in high school, like, I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to be. I changed my mind many times about what I wanted to be. And even as an adult, I've changed my minds many times of what I wanted to be. Like, say I wanted to be a bus driver. Would you, like, put me on a bus? And let me tell you, the state of transit here where I live is, like, absolutely god-awful. Like, bus drivers are getting assaulted, people on the bus are getting assaulted. We just introduced the whole peace officer program onto the buses, and they're getting assaulted. And it's like, I wouldn't want to put my kid in that position. Like, there's just... Maybe I'm just ignorant to... Or, like, I'm just being cynical or something like that, but... Something about this whole thing doesn't seem right to me. It doesn't sit well with me. Holy crap, that was a very short level. And I feel like, too, like, for me, so I'm really interested in math, so am I gonna lose, like, that authentic math learning if that's, like, my passion? I don't know, man. Alright, here we are at the castle. This is Morton's Desert Well Secret. I don't know, that just feels like a mishmash of words that were placed together. What's over here? Dang it. I was hoping for cheese. Oh well. So is there a skewer here? Okay, I was gonna wonder. I was kind of wondering what would be placed there. Nice. Snag that 10 coin. Oh god. There we go. Let me grab that checkpoint first before I do anything. There we go. Okay, so I guess we're gonna ride the Wiggler. Wait, but what is this Thwomp gonna do? Okay, I thought the Thwomp was honestly gonna take out the Wiggler and I'd be like, what the hell? Oh, this is fine. Well, apparently this is not fine. Like, are you designed to lose your mushroom there? I don't see any other way around it, honestly. Unless you're really good at wigglering. That's right, I've coined a new term, wigglering. This is wigglering. But anyways, just trying to wrap up what I was saying about my whole conversation about the state of school. Sorry, I'm focused on what's going on here right now. There we go. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of these changes that are being made, they're just like trying to teach to the middle, and there's no encouragement of like high academic standard or anything anymore to like encourage people to be like doctors and lawyers and stuff like that. And makes me kind of sad. I feel like we're lowering the bar so much, and like what's going to happen when we're churning out these people that they want to be like doctors and lawyers, and we're like kind of like lowering the standard of education. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're trying to meet too many people in the middle rather than encourage growth and higher learning and stuff like that. I don't know. If you have any thoughts on this subject, please let me know in the comments. Is this a system that you would be interested in learning within? Or, like, I don't know. I'm just curious to hear what people think about it in general. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, leave a comment. Consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. We're going to move on to World 3 next time, but until then, have a good one, and I'll talk to you later.